to my podcast, Keep Your Nose in My Business, the show where we shine a light on incredible businesses and inspirational people right here in Essex. Whether you're a business owner or dreaming of starting something new, or just curious about inspiring people in the community, there's something here for you. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and join me as we uncover the stories behind Essex's brightest businesses together. Okay, let's get started.
My name's Steve
Hello,
Pickett,
Steve.
and the company is New You Therapy. How it all began, you got 5 years? How?
Let's start with where you come from. Where'd you come from, Steve?
Born and bred in Hackney.
Oh, I've done the Hackney Empire a few times. I did. Came to mind.
Yeah, extremely proud of that particular, we love it. Everyone from
wow.
Hackney got this, there was in my day of youth, there was this strong community spirit years ago, but
100%.
gentrified that. So it's a different ball game now, but Hackney is the place to be. So if you ever want to be reborn again in Hackney.
There you go.
There you go.
And I loved all that area because I was born in Bow, so to me, Hackney was the place you hung out, it was really nice and it always had loads going on. So, what was your background as in family life?
One brother, one sister.
Yeah.
Every family has the black sheep.
Yeah.
And I've got to put my hands up to that one. In school, couldn't focus, troublemaker, weren't allowed to go on any school trips because I'm always distorting the class and causing problems as a kid.
Okay.
I know now, many years later, we have this term, hate labels, but ADHD.
Yeah.
But at that time, I was just classed as a very naughty boy who couldn't focus, couldn't keep the bum still, always getting the cane, as you did in them days.
Yeah.
Mr. I'd pray used to give us 6 of the best, put
Oh
your
my
hand out,
God.
and got the cane. That's what it was in those
Wow.
days.
I guess going through the cane, living in Hackney, my partner always says to me, come on, you're from Bow, you should be tough.
Yeah.
We're not, are we, sometimes? We're a bit soft, aren't we, really?
Yeah, we are big soft, but we've got a sense of fairness, I think.
Yeah.
If we can be tough if we need to be.
Oh, I don't know if I'm fair. My brothers wouldn't agree with that.
Yeah, I think we're fair, Show us respect, we give it back. But if you're in a problem, we're good at that as well.
Yeah, of course. So, in the way of your business, how long has it been running for?
I qualified as a hypnotherapist 12 years ago. I was probably coaching for a few years before. But my life has been one hell of a roller coaster.
Okay.
I never ever thought I would be a therapist.
Right,
I have no inclination to be, didn't want to be, not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But stuff happens to you in life.
Yeah, of course.
If I can go back quickly.
Go on, we've got time. What was it before? What was before this?
Well, I've left school. I've had the council electrician for a couple of years.
Okay.
Apprentice electrician. Left that, BT engineer for 9 years.
Okay.
Done that. Left that, started my own business, mobile communications.
Okay.
I had a train of mobile phone shops, and extremely profitable. Put them into property, so the property company.
Yeah.
Everything was lovely.
Wow.
And then I had a few other issues. Let's say addiction issues.
Okay.
And through the addiction, lost everything. All the houses went, all the properties went. The relationship was in tatters anyway. That went down. Then I wasn't allowed to see my daughter, and I just lost the plot really. And I just turned what was once a sort of cocaine, champagne lifestyle, become a serious addiction. And you just don't care, and it just. Drugs. It took over my life, and then it does affect you mentally. Then you lot of depression, anxiety, it's all linked. And you go through. Well, you have to hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
I hit rock bottom. I was practically homeless.
Right.
No money, no nothing. But then you pick yourself up. I think that's the good thing about the Hackney bit inside you. You just never give up. We've got this toughness inside. So I started to pull myself back up. I knew I couldn't go back to work because I still had this addiction. I kept relapsing. So I did, for about 10 years, I did voluntary work. I worked for social service in Hackney, Waltham Forest, Redbridge. I became a substance misuse worker for the youth offending team. I did a lot of work with young people coming out of care into independent living. So my whole life was all about working with these. But I just on a voluntary basis, I found that if you actually work for these people or for local authority, there are so many rules and regulations, and people's life, we don't run our lives on rules and regulations. Every single person is different. When you are educated, you work with these corporates or local authorities, there are a set of rules, and I thought, well, you can't apply that rule to that person because he's different to her and to him.
100%.
And so I did my own thing. I fell out with nearly every social worker going because I said, no, he needs help. You got to help him, and I'll go out my way. We're here to help. You know, like I'll give you an example. One day, the big meeting, they're all talking about the colour of the tea room. The tea room has to bring in a massive argument for about an hour about the colour of the tea room and the carpet. I went, we're here to help the young people. It doesn't matter what colour the tea room is, and it's a 5-minute conversation. Let's talk about the people who need help. But anyway, because of my attitude, I fell out.
Yeah. From, like you just said, something obviously quite big in your life that happened. Was there a moment you thought, I'm going to help? What made you help other people? What was that point?
I suppose when I started to get my head back together and started getting out in the real world again, I thought, cause I always remember when I was younger, I could never understand addiction. I thought, these people are the same wrong with these people. Yeah. And if you go to work, you've got paid, you've got your salary. Oh, if you've got a couple of pounds spare, you can have a drink or do whatever you do with your money, and you go to work on Monday. I could never understand how you could actually fall foul of addiction. I used to think, these people are something wrong with them. They're crazy. But it got me. So I think there's this word called karma, and it got me. And I was on the floor and I was paid homeless. I thought, I didn't want to be here, but whatever happened, I ended up being there. So you know, when you get your own head together and you get up there, you want to help. I was trying to get help. I went to this therapist, so many different therapists, and I ring them up and I say, you know, I've got this addiction, I need to sort it out. And they say, yeah, we can do it in a couple of sessions. And I would go and I'd pay me money to go. And I went to so many different people, it didn't work. And I thought, these people claim to be therapists who can work with addictions, and it didn't work. So I thought, maybe it's me. Yeah. So that's what led me. I'd done most of it on my own, to be honest.
Yeah.
I had one good friend who was there for me, who really helped me, and I met my young lady Sally, and the love of a good woman does help massively. You know, I met a lady who was non-judgmental. Yeah. She, when I met her, she was an Essex girl.
Oh wow!
And I thought, this is weird. All these years as a kid, he slagged off the Essex girl, and I met her, and I said to her, you realise we got on really well. Our first date was the car park of Sainsbury's in Colchester. Because I rang and I said to her, we had a conversation. I said, look, I haven't got a lot of money at the moment. When I do, we'll go for a nice meal somewhere. He said, you don't need to go for a meal. I thought, that's what men do. You take a lady out for dinner. She said, no, you don't have to. So we arranged to meet at the car park. I got out my car, got into her car. She got into my car. I told her previously my mum likes Maltesers, so she's bought a box of Maltesers. I thought, what a lovely girl. She said to me, we sat in the car, and she said, if you go to a restaurant, you've got the food, you've got the people, you've got all that shit going around. She said, it's only me and you in the car, and there's that gap between us. By the end of the night, we'll know whether we like each other. And we sat there from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, wow.
And I thought this girl was unbelievable. I said to her, look, you know, you're a really lovely girl. I said, you don't even smoke a cigarette, you're double straight. I've had a total opposite life. I don't know if I should be with you, because she said, so what? I've looked past that. It's what you've got inside your heart and your mind. I thought, where you been in my life, you know? And I had these really strong feelings for it. I remember going home that night, and the next time thinking, the feelings I've got here, I've never had this before. Yeah. It really scared me. It was it scared me. And I thought, I rang her up and I said, look, I've got these feelings. I said, I'm really scared. I'm really sorry, I can't see you no more. And she went, oh, okay. Put the phone down. I sat. I was here for hours contemplating. I thought, hold on, people are born and people die and they all look for this feeling. They don't get it. I've been given it on a plate. So I rang her back. So right, we're back on.
She's saying.
She just was a lunatic. But we've been together 10 years now.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, that's beautiful. And I guess in a way, like you've just said, you know, like, where has she been all your life?
Yeah.
Maybe as a saviour. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds really mad, but we, like, as you know, with work, business, just general life, we all have our really up times, then we will go down a bit and then we'll back up again. That's part of resilience, I guess, in business and in life. And that's something generally myself personally has found it quite hard to deal with resilience and getting back. You know, 1 minute you're quite low about something. I mean, I'm not going to go on here, but I lost my dad quite young, so I found that really hard, but now I go over the top sometimes. So there's things that happen in your life that change us as people. And I really believe that sometimes it's a root of somebody else helping you. Without that help, and I believe that maybe that's, by hearing your story, maybe that's why you felt you wanted to give back. Maybe to help other people, and that's probably what's led you here, because you think, well, hang on, I know where you're coming from, and I know there's another side that you don't need to be where you are there. Yeah, and like you said, what's worrying about the colour of a tea room? Like, worry about the kids that are generally need the help.
Absolutely.
Yeah, or not even kids, adults.
Adults,
you know,
anybody.
Men.
Yeah.
You know, like it's men and women. Like, it's scary, you know, to think, you know, how we can get in this hole, you know.
Yeah, when I moved out here to Essex, I obviously my practice was in East London initially, and when I moved out to Essex, I thought, I'm out in the country. There's lovely country people. There's no drugs. There's no madness. They're all just country people.
Yeah,
I was so wrong.
Yeah,
I was so wrong. It's just no matter where you are, where there's human beings, there's going to be issues. You know?
And there's going to be attractions and things to tempt people and stuff.
And
you know,
I suppose I have had I've done loads of other things. I've obviously been in the hair and beauty industry. I'm a qualified masseur. I can cut hair. I went to barbering courses, hairdressing. I've done loads of other things. I could go on forever. Because
do you get bored at stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to know the ins and outs of ducks.
I'm a bit like that.
And then once I know it all, that's it, I'm bored. What's next?
Yeah.
You know?
That's the entrepreneur in you.
Yeah. I want to be a teacher one time. I went and done a teacher's course. I thought, no, don't fancy that. Let's say, done this, done that. So, it's just, maybe it's entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And then my other half, because she works with kids, and she said, have you ever thought about ADHD? I went, what? Yeah. So she said, so I went online, and there's a questionnaire which they have, with doctors have saying, you've done that one.
I've done
says
that.
20 questions.
I think everyone's got something.
Yeah, and then it says if you got more than, I think it was 8 or 9, you got possibly ADHD. Well, I think at the 20 I was 17. But it does answer questions when I was young.
Honestly, I mean, this sounds really bad to say this, but as a kid, if you got bored, right, you were told to go out and play. Yeah. You never got bored.
No.
All you hear now, no disrespect to kids nowadays, I'm bored. If they haven't got a computer game or they haven't got their phone in their hand, they're bored. We got chucked out. Like, we were like, you literally go out and play.
You find
go and find your brothers and your mates, you know, and you never even knew what time to come back. You would just come back home when it got dark.
When it got dark, that was it, yeah.
And as long as you stayed with everybody else. I mean, I remember this from a very young age. You know, my mum and dad probably weren't great now because I was about 5 years old sometimes. Get out, go and play with everyone else. As long as you stay with everybody else, you're allowed out.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's very, very different. Do you think that's because it's always been around, ADHD, or do you think now they're putting a label on things? And I know this is a really hard one for you, because obviously the job that you're in, I totally get that you've got to respect people, you know, and I don't feel like you have to answer this, but do you think people are wired different?
Yes.
You do think they're wired different?
It was different. I know so many people come into me and everyone's so different, you know. Each person is an individual, and my job is to build rapport with you, to find out, to get into your head, basically, to find out how you feel, that you think. Yeah, what makes you think. I've got an idea what I need to do to get you into the right place, you know. Everyone's so different, and the only way to do that is to find out what makes you tick. Yeah. And the only way to do it, rapport, get in your head. I suppose because I've done an awful lot of things, you know, and I'm quite experienced in many walks of life, so that gives me an advantage. Yeah, definitely. You know, people come into me, well, you don't understand with depression, so I've been there. You don't understand anxiety, I've been there. You don't understand addiction, most of them have been there, done it, and a lot deeper than most people. I think that's amazing. Well, it's not amazing that you've been there from your point of view, but it's amazing that you have that and you're at the other side. Yes. Number one. Number two, like you say, if I sat, no disrespect, I mean, I think I probably took drugs once in my life and absolutely thought I was like, you know, I can't remember how old I was. I just took it because all my mates were, and worst thing I ever done, I remember going, I don't want to do this again. Like, you know, I've never smoked, like, I've never done anything like that. So if I sat down and spoke to someone, yes, I can be a hear. Yeah. An ear, like, to people, but is that, have I ever said that right? An ear? Yeah. I'm so confident of that. You know what I mean? But I can't give advice on something I don't know about. Yeah. And I, even when people go, my mum smokes a lot, and I go to her, oh, for God's sake, Mum, just give up smoking. She goes, you don't get it. I can't just give it up. And I go, how can you not just give it up? I don't understand that. It's costing you money. It's doing your health in. How can you not? And I'm a bit blasé. Yeah. That's the attitude I had at one time until I fell foul. But that's why what you're doing is amazing, because like you say, you've gone through it. They're going to look at you a little bit more like, well, if he can do it, and he's been there, I can do it. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. You know, that's really... Who's been your inspiration? I don't know if I got an inspiration. I don't know if it sounds horrible. My inspiration is me.
Good.
My inspiration is me because I've had it really tough and rough, and I've been down. I didn't want to be here no more at one time. I didn't want to be here. And I thought, that's it. What do I want to live for? But here now, and now I truly been, as a human being, every one of us should try and save at least one life while we are alive. And it's hard, it's difficult, but you just get on with it. I just get on with it now. Just think, brush myself down, go again. Brush myself down, go again.
It's going to be hard to give up your job though, because I guess it's one of them things that when it's in you, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'd ever, I know it's a totally different field, but it's like I don't think I'd ever stop being a driving instructor completely, because if I give it up, there's going to be nieces and nephews that go, come on, can you still teach me to drive? Like, I know it sounds silly, but it's one of them jobs that it's in your heart to help people. And you can. Exactly. And it's almost like a gift, really, because not a lot of people can do what you can do.
You're so right, because prior to me being in this industry, it was business and money. And done well. Therapeutic world, there's no loads of money, but you get your reward from the help you give, and seeing people come in. I've seen so many people come in to me. I had a little, she's 19, 20, who had fibromyalgia, pain all over the body. That's when they have pain. They don't know why. So doctors give you painkillers. Her mum coming to me, last resort, what do I do? And I said, I truly believe 60 to 70% of people who have pain in the body starts here, in the mind. There is some sort of trauma that starts off the pain, especially when they're young. And then she came to me, no, I've got nothing, I've had a nice childhood, blah, 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 blah. And after a couple of weeks of talking to this young lady, when she told me about her life, I thought, God, go. She just managed to put it to the back of her mind. And she carried on. I thought, that's some serious trauma. But we spoke about it, and I explained, and she started to relive that, and we did what we do in therapy to get rid of it. I think it was about week 6. Look, Steve, I don't need a walking stick no more. Okay. And I think that week 7 or 8, she said, but no pain. What? Because when she first came, she was only 89, but she looked like she was about 90 the way she walked. No pain gone.
Wow.
Pain gone. And I thought, thank you. And when they're the moments that you look and you think, I'm so glad I do what I do. Because many times I've been tempted to go back into the entrepreneurial world where the money is.
Shiny coin.
And I think, but then you get the phone calls from different people. Oh, could you help me? Can you do this? And you think, no, I want the money, but from that big wide world. But what's more important?
Yeah, of course.
What's more important?
And you only you only get one life. We're all, it's not a rehearsal, is it?
No.
You know what I mean? And I think that, I was saying even on my live that I did the other day, so many things go on even this week, like, I won't go into it too much, but all stuff all over TikTok, that's all you ever see. And we had a comedy night the other night, we just wanted to laugh, and sometimes it's hard for people to even see that, isn't it? Like they think they'll never laugh again, because I'm quite an up person, I think, but I still get, like everyone, we get our low times.
Yes, right.
Everyone's gone for it. It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Come just to talk, because they say to me, I've got my husband, I can't talk because I'm busy, he's busy, the kids and this and that, and people haven't got an hour where they can actually just come and sit down in front of someone who is non-judgmental. I'm not going to criticise, I'm not going to judge, and they'll just talk. And they come out and think, I feel much better, just talking. Get it out.
Because you'd think that we've got family and friends we can do that with, but believe it or not,
they judge you.
They're not the people as well that you feel that you could probably say everything to, because one, you don't want to hurt them, one, you don't want to disappoint them, and one, you just don't want to put it on them, or sometimes you just feel like a broken record and you don't want to go over the same thing. So what you're doing is amazing. Okay, there must be a time in your life that someone said something to you that you've gone, that's why I do this. That, a nice compliment that kept you going.
It's a general thing, because hypnotherapy is a great tool. It works really quick. Most people who come to me get sorted. They say, when you go to a doctor, they say a doctor gets it right 65% of the time. Hypnotherapists get it right just over 75% of the time. So I feel good every day I go in there. I look forward to, I've got a new client, what's wrong, and it's just lovely to know that I want a better word, fix that person. 100%. That's my reward, I love it. That's my reward, I love it. Someone comes in broken or in trouble, and then, like addiction and all, and it's quite big around here now. especially the coca, they come in and, you know, broken families, all this sort of stuff. And I do a 10-week program for addiction. I cover everything's covered in it, and it works quite well. It's a lovely feeling when people still phone me. For years, Steve, I haven't touched the gear. I've been really happy, and you know, I get calls all the time. You know.
So you just said about addiction. What other stuff do you cover in your So your business? If you said to me, "This is what my business covers," what do you cover?
Everything to do with the mind. It's like being a brain surgeon minus the scalpel.
Okay, yeah.
Could be anxiety, fears, phobias, pain. A whole lot. As I say, it's like. My dad wanted me to be a brain surgeon, actually.
A proper job.
yeah. That is actually the words he used.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was in property and mobile phones, I remember my dad came over from Dominica. They came from, and I remember picking him up in the airport, beginning the mobile phone revolution. I picked him up at the airport, and the phone man picked it up. And he's looking at me like I'm mad. He said, "Where's the wires?" I said, "Dad's a phone." And obviously, he's been in the Caribbean for years. They don't know what's going on. And to him, it was magic.
Yeah.
And then. I remember when I took him, I said, I was so proud. I got that house, I got these houses, and I got these shops, and I got these people working for me. And he said to me, "When are you going to get a proper job with a pension?" I said, "Dad, I am more in the day than what most blokes earn in a month." "Yes, but you have to get a proper job with a pension." Yeah.
If you could sum up your life in a movie title, come on, I'll keep asking this one because I think it's a fun one.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Oh, there you go.
Gone in 60 seconds. Nicolas Cage and them guys nicking their cars. Not nicked any cars.
You do love a classic car.
Oh, I love a classic car. You know, that's what we live for. That's the reason I left home at 16. What money? Car.
Yeah.
I mean, we had RS2000, 3-litre gears, Triumphs. There's one time I had 6 cars outside my house.
Wow.
Because, I mean, I just loved them.
Yeah.
Say, "Bum, yeah, we drive to." I remember when I worked for BT, and I sold my Capri. I think it's a Capri I sold. And I went past my mate's garage in Hackney, and I said, "I just sold the car." He said, "What do you want?" I said, "I don't know, but I heard cars are cheap in Scotland." He said, "I'll pick up in half hour." I thought, "Yeah, all right." Second doors, beep, 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 beep. My mate's house, with 2 of my mates in the car, in a little Triumph Dolomite. I remember, and he goes, "We're going to Scotland now." I went, "You see, yeah?" All I remember is the early hours of the morning, we're still on the motorway, and I had to phone my office BT, rang me manager up, bring me off sick.
Yeah.
I was ringing down sick. I remember that we went to an car auction in Edinburgh, we went to Glasgow, didn't find anything. Everyone was going to come back, we said, "No, let's come back home." Driving these little mountainous roads in Scotland, and I said, "This green Escort Mark 1 RS2000, for that looks like a nice car." We started to racing, all about these little country roads. And anyway, we pulled up. He said, "I've always fancied the Dolomite string." I said, "I've always fancied RS2000." So when the deal, I bought his car, he bought my mate's car. We drove home back in there. Yeah, and that costed. If you look, GSF 199, I always remember it. It's a show car. That's 35 grand. We paid 700 quid for it at the time. We were just car nuts, you know. We love cars. That's how we live for cars and music. That was us.
Yeah.
Cars and music, you know. And I suppose when people say your hobby, I say, "I ain't really got a hobby," but yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Classic cars, old cars, no computers, and just raw as you like them. My favourite Triumph Stag is the one because it's got such a lovely sound. There's nothing nicer than Triumph Stag in a tunnel. Because my missus looks at me, so she says, "I've got no worries about you with other women, it's just the cars." Because that's what I say when I go, "Oh, look.
You don't say there's a nice bum on that. You said, "Oh, that's a nice motor."
Look at that exhaust. Oh, mate. See the chrome bump? That's cool, bro.
Bless you. Well, look, do you know what, right? Tell everyone, because just sitting here talking to you, right, you know, you make people feel at ease, like you say, you don't judge. I hope you go on to help so many more people. And I don't want to put pressure on you, but not everybody can do what you can do. You know, and if you can, like you say, if you can help just one person, which you have, I know you've helped a lot of people. That's why I asked for you to come on the podcast, because you generally give a lot of hope and encouragement and belief in people. Yeah. And that, I don't think you can buy that.
Well, I look at where I come from, where I've been through. If I could do it, you can do it. We're all just humans. And every human being has issues about something. No one's perfect.
100%. When we listed them things off earlier, I'm thinking there's not many people that can say they don't have at least one of them.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
I've had a few of them, and there's probably a few more.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's the Hackney in me that's brought it through, that could come out the other end.
The Hackney boy.
There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. Always believe that. Always.
100%.
No matter what position you're in, there is always light in the tunnel.
And there's always someone that's probably, even though you don't believe it, probably in the same position or been in that position or have some sort of advice for you if you're just willing to hear it.
Yeah. But I always say to people should reach out. It's very difficult, especially men are the worst. I mean, I have a lot of young ladies or women, females who come in. They're quite easy to work with because they'll express how they feel. And the box of tissue, they'll cry their eyes out and they get out, and it's a beautiful thing to see you expressing that emotion. Fellas find it difficult. That's why, they get violent. Some of the pub, they go in the pub, they've got a lot on their mind, they go in the pub, have a few drinks, have a bit of gear, and they want to fight each other. So they dislike each other, it's just got little stuff in their head. And that's the only way they feel they can communicate. So when they come into me, it's actually quite nice. A lot of fellas come into me, they're a bit funny. I thought, a man going to therapy, they see me, say, I expect to see some sort of old bloke in a cardigan. So you're just a fella like me. I went, I know, I've been there, done it, got the video. You've got the benefit of all the years. I'm in my 60s now. You've got the benefit of my experience, all that nonsense I've been through. I don't want people to go through what I've been through, No, hopefully don't go. Some people don't come back. Some people don't come back, whether it's mentally or whether they lose their life. And every life is worth living. That's the most precious gift we have. As you say, you can't buy life, can you?
100%.
If you've got life, and whatever's been built or made by a man can be made or built by another man or woman. So don't ever put yourself down. You can do anything you want. The world is your oyster. Just put your mind to it,
Do you know what's quite sad as well? I won't get into it too much, obviously, but where we're, I guess, overcrowded in our doctors, our hospitals and everything, that help isn't as easy as people think anymore to get.
Reach out to someone, just speak to someone, reach out. Sometimes, people around you, it doesn't have to be your closest friend. Sometimes some people prefer to talk to someone who's a complete stranger. You'd be surprised the amount of people who will help. I did find that myself. That as a man, you don't want to talk about it, but I was so low, so down. There's a couple of people on there. I said, I don't think I could carry on. And they were surprised because I've always got this happy, jovial front. No one knows what's behind.
Yeah, of course.
And they were surprised. And some people were there and they come in, come and check up on me, come and talk to me. Let's go out to dinner, let's go to the pub, let's have a drink. So reach out. There's always someone around normally so you can talk to or to, but they can call me. I mean, yes, it's a business what I run, but I never turn anyone away, because of money. Because I found that when I was in trouble, when I ran out of money, there was never no help. You got no money, you got to rely on the NHS 8 weeks down the line. If I'm in trouble today, 8 weeks is miles away.
Exactly my point. Exactly
so
no.
So people ring me up, they said, well, I can't afford. I said, well, how much can you afford? I can only afford, my charge is 50, and they said, well, I can afford it. Okay, we'll work that. If someone's got absolutely nothing, I still take. I mean, hopefully they're taking the pee out of me.
No, but, of course,
but if someone has actually got nothing in trouble, just come talk. I'm only giving someone some of my time. It's not costing me. It's only the time. And if we all give some of our time to other people, it'll make a difference.
The world would be a better place.
Oh, big time.
100%.
Big time.
How do we get in touch with you, Steve? Tell the people, the viewers that are
listening.
New
You Therapy, Malden, or the best number in the world, best mobile number.
Go on.
0794 123 1234.
Perfect. That's quite a good number, isn't it?
Oh, there you go.
God, so you've got given a good one.
Well, I was in the business for many years, wasn't I?
Wow.
So, 0794 123 1234. New You Therapy in Malden.
New You Therapy in Malden.
That's correct.
Do you know what? After this conversation, I hope that if there's anybody out there that just wants to reach out, even if it's a phone call to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to say, look, this is how I'm feeling. Do you think I need help? And do you know what? 9 out of 10, it might just be a hello chat for a little while.
Problem. I'll do that.
But guys listening, ladies listening, whoever's listening, if you do need help, don't leave it. Speak to somebody and... not just saying this, Steve, you're very easy to talk to, and I know you're going to go on to help so many more people. Yeah. Do you have a website?
Yes, newyoutherapy.life.
There you go.
Just leave a message on WhatsApp, and I'll come back to you as soon as possible. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time, Steve.
Thank you.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and sometimes just talking to somebody where... because I talk to a lot of people about business. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing it. It's actually nice to go, do you know what? Life can be a bit hard sometimes, but there is a bright, shining light for all of us if we just believe in ourselves find a bit of comfort from something.
Absolutely.
So,
yes.
Thank you so much for your time, Steve.
Thank you very much.
And I wish you all the luck. Thank you for helping people. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure's all mine.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's it for today's episode of Keep Your Nose in My Business. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss what's coming up next. Until next time, take care. And remember, keep your nose in my business.